A black woman posted this photo on Facebook, and as you can see, this woman is nearly naked. And behind her are four kids who are said to have been her own kids. Female who posted it captioned the photo complimenting the woman's looks and how you can still look good after having four kids. Now, a few black men mentioned that this woman was in the wrong and that what she did is inappropriate. But all the other black women co-signed with the sentiments of the original poster's comments. The woman in this photo basically Sarah Bartmans herself in front of her kids, and black women applaud her. Right? I am thankful and fortunate that my mother never decided to take a photo of herself with me in that photo. And I'm so small that I'm eye level with her ass. And she is wearing bikinis, probably got on a pair of thongs. People calling this photo powerful. I can only imagine what her daughters are thinking. Right? I want to be like mama and practice taking off all their clothes every night. What kind of message is she sending to her daughters about womanhood? What kind of message is she sending to her sons? No matter what type of behavior a black woman engages in, all that matters in the eyes of other black women is if she looked good doing it or not. This superficial mindset of black women being obsessed with looks, being obsessed with sexual appeal, is one of the biggest turnoffs about black women. All that matters to them is, did she look good? Right? They're so detached from womanhood that they view good looks as a quality when it's not. For example, a very ugly car can still be the highest quality car on the road. Looks don't define quality, but in black women's mind, it does. Every day I see black women who want black men to say good things about black women. And the only method they use to extract compliments from black men is to post an image of a black woman with her ass exposed to the camera, or with her body presented as the highlight of the image. And every blue moon, they'll simply post a photo of a black woman's face. In other words, black women seek to define their value and quality as women based on looks and sex appeal. Then they wonder why men view them as only being good for physical pleasure, when they are the ones who offer nothing other than looks and sex. They limit themselves to the superficial. Now, it just so happens that black women's value was also limited to looks and sex during slavery. Their existence was based on breeding more slaves and pleasing their masters. Obviously, having good looks would make a greater prize, in the eyes of their masters and in the eyes of male bucks. So it just goes to show you how detached black women are from their history. So much so that they proudly walk in the same footsteps that their female ancestors were forced to walk in. They willingly limit their value to what their ancestors were forced to be limited to. I remember making a post on Facebook asking black women to name specific qualities a woman should have to be considered a good woman. And as I expected, none of them said anything related to being a good mother. right? Again, anytime they reference to desirable qualities of themselves as black women, it's always limited to sexuality, their bodies, their asses, their looks. And again, during slavery, black women were denied the opportunity of motherhood. There was no need to plan on how they would raise their children because their children were born to have mental traits only within the parameter of servitude. So, with modern black women, rather than try to restore the qualities of womanhood that was denied to their ancestors, they willingly and proudly accept the exact same limitations that were forced onto their ancestors, not giving a damn about being a quality mate or a quality mother. So they, as mates, limit their value to looks and sexuality, and as mothers, they expose their kids to all kinds of dangerous influences from TV, from music, abuse their children, neglect their children, and of course, most tragic of all, murder well over 1,000 black babies each day. Now just think about how many black women during slavery gave in to their natural instinct to bond with their children, only to see their children sent to another plantation, right? Never to see them again. Think about how much pain so many of them had to endure generation after generation after generation from being denied the opportunity to keep their children and raise them as they were being forced to raise their masters' white children. Now contrast those experiences with black women killing over 1,000 babies each day in the modern era. In that regard, as well as still, limiting their value to values forced upon them as slaves, the modern black woman has a more destroyed mentality than slaves had. Because today they're willingly doing it. They have the tools to correct it and to restore womanhood that was denied to their ancestors and simply refused to do it. Now, looking at how destroyed black women have become, ask yourself why these pro-black revolutionary Hotepians are not dealing with these very same issues. Right? When you care about somebody who is on the wrong path, you tap them on the shoulder and inform them you're on the wrong path. Instead, these Hotepian Negroes call black women God, goddess, and queen all day. Beautiful, gorgeous, right? Dealing with nothing but the superficial. That's like seeing them on the wrong path, tapping them on the shoulder and saying, keep up the good work. And yet these black women flood my comment section telling me that I'm bashing black women. No. The Negroes who kiss your ass, worship and praise you are the ones who are bashing you, because they don't give a damn about how sick you are. All they want is pussy. No different from a broken Negro male buck during slavery. So when black men like myself and others call you modern day slaves, you are actually worse than slaves were. You're worse than that. A black man today will probably end up with a better quality woman if he were to travel back in time and actually rescue a black female slave. Hate the truth, not the truth bearer. Stay tuned.